Let's talk about your brand story. If someone was to randomly land on your website or find you on Instagram, or if you have a brick and mortar shop and they were to walk into your shop and they spent 1 or 2 minutes kind of poking around to see what your business was all about, what would stand out to them? What would they remember? If that question leaves you feeling a little bit stumped, first, you're not alone. And second, it most likely means that you just need a stronger brand story. In this video, we're going to dive into what a brand story is and why you need to have one to really connect with your audience in a whole new way. So what is brand storytelling? Brand storytelling, or some people call it story marketing, is kind of a spin on old traditional marketing. So back in the day, pre-internet, if I wanted to sell you something, I could invest in a big sign or hand out business cards or maybe put an ad in the paper. Or if I wanted to get crazy, maybe I'll put a billboard at the edge of town. But there was just one primary goal, and that goal was to capture the attention of your audience and to tell them why they needed to buy whatever you were selling. Back then, as a consumer, you didn't really have too many options. It came down to where you lived and kind of who offered what in your area. And if you did have a choice between, what company you wanted to work with or what product you wanted to buy, it mostly came down to the products and the features, benefits, etc., of whatever it was that you were buying. But now, fast forward what feels like a lifetime, and the internet has completely changed our world. Now consumers have hundreds, if not thousands, of buying options online, and the consumer is really in the driving seat. So they can choose a product or a service based on how it looks, or how they feel about the person selling it, or if they really connect with the business's values, or the brand as a whole, or what have you. So needless to say, it makes marketing a bit harder. And modern marketers have had to find new ways to really create a deeper connection with their customer, and to share their products and services in a way that really sets them apart and stands out from their competition. One of the biggest ways that they've done this is through storytelling. So why storytelling? Because study after study has shown that we will remember stories beyond anything else. We are really drawn to story because it evokes emotion and purpose and passion. Think about the movies or the television shows or the books that you love. They all make you feel something. And great stories pull us into kind of the plot. They paint a picture of either our life or a part of our life or what we wish our life was like. And more than anything, really great stories stick in our memory. So case in point, marketers realize that storytelling can really create that powerful connection between your business and your customer. So to put it simply, brand storytelling is just really about building a connection. It's about creating a brand that people can interact with and really feel the difference of. I also like to say it's about creating kind of this memorable conversation, so to speak, with your customer, and finding ways to really share your brand's message and what makes you unique in a way that resonates with your customer and makes them feel like they are a part of your brand. The biggest brands in the world have crazy fans and loyal followers because they have connected with their story so deeply. So I want to share a quick exercise with you that will help you start thinking about your brand story and how to really tell it in a way that leaves a lasting impression. So I want you to think about your brand on a speed date. I don't know how speed dates work exactly, but let's say you have 5 minutes to sit down with your ideal customer and figure out if they're a good match. I also want you to think of your brand in this exercise as a living, breathing human. It's really important that you think of your brand in a way that it's living. So first, what would your brand wear? Would your brand wear something polished and professional, or sophisticated, or fun and friendly? What would your visual brand, that aesthetic, look like? Then what would you highlight or share in that conversation with your potential match? If you only had 2 to 3 minutes, what would you talk to them about? What would you say about your vision, on your expertise, and really what makes you unique and different? The idea here is to really think through how you would tell your brand story in just a couple minutes. So how can you leave that lasting impression with just a quick interaction with your brand? On the flip side, equally as important, or I might say more important, is to really think about the other side of the tables. If you're sitting down with your dream client, what would they look like? What would they talk about? What would their visions and goals be? What are they looking for in a partner and a great match themselves? It's really important to get inside their head and to really understand how they're feeling in that interaction so that you can build up a better and better connection over time. So I really encourage you to really sit with this exercise, journal it out. It can be fun, but it's just a great tool to be able to start thinking about the story that you want to tell. So let me give you a couple examples just to kind of get the wheels turning. If you went on a speed date with Peloton, if you're familiar with Peloton, you'll know what I mean, but you would no doubt walk away with a pep in your step. You would walk away feeling super energetic, passionate for life, and you would feel really encouraged to level up in big ways. Apple, if you had 5 minutes with Steve Jobs or Apple, you might walk away feeling motivated, empowered, leaning into doing something new or different or chasing down a goal or a dream. If you sat down with Oprah, that would look completely different. You might feel in awe and walk away really feeling seen, heard, and understood. So if someone sat down with your brand, how would you want them to feel? How would you want them to walk away and remember you? And how can you start really building that connection in a bigger way? If you're ready to create a much stronger brand story, we dive a lot deeper into this topic and really uncovering that unique brand story and how to tie it into your marketing and all of your content creation inside of the Legendary Brand Academy, which is opening soon. So I really would love to invite you to take a peek. You can head over to our website or visit legendarybrandacademy.com to find more information there. And thanks for joining me. If you found this helpful, click the like button. And of course, I'll be in the comments if you have any questions.